Hi friends, Lillian here. Welcome to Sage Thyme Tarot. We are, as you can see, doing things a little bit different here today. I am going to experiment. This entire channel was a call from Spirit to try something different at different stages of my healing recovery. And I haven't spoken about this much. And what I have spoken about on this channel, I really just gleaned on in terms of having been on a very arduous, very long-term healing recovery. And where I'm sitting right now, here on the Pacific coast of Washington State, pretty close to the most northwestern tip of Washington, this beautiful stretch of beach is called Rialto Beach. You can see some of the gorgeous rock structures behind me. And being here, wow, I'm tearing up. Being here, being able to be here, sitting here. I camped last night by myself, which used to be a norm. But right now at this stage, after everything I've been through, it is an unimaginable miracle. And I can see now why I'm being called to share this. Because I am not alone in having had to go through impossible health circumstances and finding my way through them in step-by-step manner that just did not seem like it was going to end up with this kind of a outcome, and yet here I am, and I was basically alone, you know, and I know a lot of people are in that position. And so I am going to share that process with my videos more and more, as well as doing, you know, mixing in tarot and holistic health, you know, things from my background like herbology and you know, all the things you'll see as we go more and more. And then tarot, if I didn't mention that already, because we love tarot, and I'm going to be taking that more and more into nature. It's really important to me to demonstrate my reverence of nature. I was housebound in a most isolating and confining way for 7 years, almost exact, a little bit over. And all I could, I ached, I craved, I longed for being back out in the natural world, and it wasn't a possibility. Just walking to the bathroom or the kitchen sink was almost impossible, and sometimes it was most days for a few years. And so I imagined, I fantasized, I created a future that may or may not happen, of myself being in the natural world. I connected with nature while lying in my bed, and, you know, in a dark room day after day, year after year. And it was part of my sanity. It was a huge part of my recovery. And in a most mystical way, it was an opening to a connection with the earth, spirit, Mother Nature, Father Nature, the earth world, the natural world that we live on. I connected in a way that I didn't even know was possible. I've always been very connected with the natural world, and this was truly mystical. And so from here forward, I am feeling incredibly inspired, and I have been. I just didn't know if I could get here, and here I am, to share everything about what I've worked through and what the natural world is presenting me now, how I connect with it then and now, and how it opened up my psychological and emotional world in a very transcendent, metaphysical way, even beyond what I already had endeavored into before this healing journey. And it did so in a way that, once you cross the fence and you see what's on the other side of a line, you can't unknow something. And as out there as everything was and is, it simply is. And so this is going to be part of what I share, and also in a practical way, because we can't practically live in the common reality, the physical reality, and be entirely in the metaphysical or experience, the different dimensional realms of imagination and astral realms and so forth. But there is a way to combine them, and you know me, I love combining things that don't seem to fit and creating a recipe of something that is so tantalizing and mind-blowingly experiential. And so I want to try to share that with all of you, if in any way just to offer an inspiration that there is always a next step. And I wasn't ready to share that because even though I believed it, I wasn't fully there yet. And I recognize that this journey is still a process. I'm not doing 14-mile hikes every day like I used to for days on end, with huge challenges. I'm doing nature walks and I won't even call them hikes, like a few miles trekking in the woods, and then I rest and I recover, and each time the recovery gets a little bit smaller, and my strength and my ability gets that much more fortified. And not just physical strength. This has been a journey of cognitive and physical and psychological and emotional and neurological, total depletion, hormonal, organs, total loss and recovery. And while miracles are often talked about as almost in an instant or a really rapid fire, I am here to say that miracles also can be a very long and yet very beautiful, even with the hard parts, journey. And so this is a little introduction to an additional segment of Sage Thyme. I think we'll call it, to stay with the T's, we'll call it Sage Thyme Travels for now anyways. I probably will change the official name of the page to Sage Thyme something, to keep all the T words from just being this long litany of words. Anyway, so here's the introduction to this. I am hopefully going to find an internet cafe later today so I can upload this onto YouTube, and then following that I'm going to be doing a little tarot pull for today and a little bit of nature, what do we want to call it? Nature divination. And I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about. When you go out into your garden or for a walk and the birds give you messages, or the leaves that you stumble upon are in a pattern, and it gives you an aha moment of awakening or solution to a problem. So I want to incorporate that with the Sage Thyme travels, because I think that that's something that the more each of us open ourselves up into and allow a interactive experience with the field that's around us, in particular the natural world fields, the more we are able to find solutions to things that are normally incredible hardships and incredible struggles and suffering. And those solutions that come to us from the natural world are just effervescent and heart exploding, opening, blissful. And that's really what I want to share with all of you. So we're getting raw and dirty, and here I am. I just celebrated 2 days ago my 48th birthday, and so I am going to be putting it all out there, how anything's possible at any time, whether you're 28 or 78, above or below or in between. This is a world where, or a time now where we're all being able to tap on possibilities and fields of reality that just weren't as accessible to mainstream, and it's happening more and more. So if you're not sure what I'm speaking of in those terms, that's okay. Stick with me, because you will be having your world opened up to you in new ways. And even if you are on that path and that journey already, well versed or somewhere in the first middle stages, when we connect, when people connect of high frequency, heart expansive, mind opened states of being, it spreads. It spreads like fog on a misty morning on the coast. It creates a electromagnetic connection and circuitry, and it opens up worlds for everybody, and it magnifies the potency that the 2 people or 2,000 people separate wouldn't have. But when they're together, things get exponentially more magical. So here we are on our magical journey with Sage Thyme, Lillian, and some travels, as well as the things I'll be doing from home. And let's hope, cross my fingers, that I'll be able to be posting more, and these incredible travel journeys will fuel me. They will, I know this. They'll fuel me and all of you viewers with the energy and the fuel that's redundant that we need. Well, everybody, all right, mosquitoes, let's get the tarot reading going. See you in a moment.